guys, today's video is going to be a shopping my stash video. I haven't done one of these in quite a while and I absolutely love rummaging around my makeup collection and pulling out things I haven't worn in a long time. I think when you project pan, obviously you're using the same products all the time, day in, day out, so it's nice every now and again to just have a little play around and get a little bit creative with the items you haven't used in a while. So I go through this sort of greeny khaki look. All I've got on my face at the moment is my SPF, which is the Vitamin C Garnier Daily UV in the shade Glow. This is SPF 50 and it is a tinted sunscreen. Now I really want to try the non-tinted version of this. It comes in the shade Invisible. And I think that'll be a lot better for me just because I can then wear it under anything and even mix it in with foundations and stuff. And then I've also just put on a bit of my e.l.f. camo concealer in the shade Fair Warm. As you can see, it is way too light for me. I look absolutely crazy right now. But that's why I've just been using it as an eye base lately, as we're in the summer months and it's far too light for me. So let's have a play around with some eyeshadow. I've got this eyeshadow here, which I cannot remember the last time I used this. It's Tempting from MAC. Let me just show you what it looks like. And it's like a sort of satin and shimmery brown, but it definitely leans more on the green side. And I have this green sweater on today, so I kind of thought that might be nice to play with. And then because it is on that green side, I thought I'd pull out my Urban Decay, what's this, Naked Foxy palette. Because I've got a couple of these green tones going on in here as well. So I was thinking maybe using this one, because I've definitely used that one on my channel before, so maybe I'll go with this one. And then I can use this in the crease. So yeah, let's go in with the shade Sly, which is that matte shade. Just to get a bit of use on my pan matte palette, I'm going to take the shade Dreamer, which is one of the top matte browns, very dark, deep shade. I'm going to use that as a liner. I'm going to go in with this shade here, which is called Get Down, this sort of green khaki shade, and I'm going to put that under my lower lash line. It's kind of like a smoky grey green. And then I'm going to take this shade Tempting from MAC and I'm going to put that all over the lid and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so it's looking very smoky for an everyday look, so I might just try and take this shade Hot Stuff, which is this sort of quite a unique shade here. It's like a yellowy gold, but it's got a little bit of a a duochrome in it. I'm just going to put that on the inner third of the lid and just see how that looks on top of this shade. Okay, to be honest, that's just made it look a little bit more gold, which is not what I wanted. So I'm going to go for this shade Disco and put that on the outer half of the lid. Let's see what that does. Yeah, that's definitely bringing back some more of that green, which is good. Just going to pop Torch in my waterline just because it's in my project pan and I want to get it used up. And now I'm just going to pop on a bit of mascara and clean up the fallout with a wipe. For foundation, I'm going to try the Rimmel London Lasting Finish Foundation. This is in the shade Sesame and it says up to 35-hour hydration boost, hyaluronic acid, SPF 20. And I bought this a couple of months ago and I've never really gotten around to trying it properly because I've been working on my Project 10 Pan face products. So let's give it a go today. The shade looks pretty perfect for me, it's quite yellowy. So that's what it looks like, that's the texture. So starting to run, which means it's a bit of a thinner texture. Let's get it on and have a look at the coverage. Okay, so I'd definitely say it's light to medium coverage. Smell is so nostalgic. I must have used another product with this smell when I was younger because it's definitely a familiar scent. It's blending to be quite a skin-like finish, which is nice. I'd be very interested to see how this lasts on my skin though, because it is, first it's called Lasting Finish, so I would hope it has a bit of lasting power, but these sort of drugstore foundations don't tend to wear that well on me throughout the day, especially when I'm like in the office and stuff. So we'll have to do a bit of a wear test at another point. I have to say though, it looks lovely. My skin looks really nice. Very natural looking. Definitely need some colour correction on underneath my eyes though, because those bags. So let's go in with my Charlotte Tilbury colour corrector. And that's in the shade 1, Fair Pale. Now for blusher, whenever I'm doing like a greeny khaki look on the eyes, I always lean more towards a cool toned pink on the cheeks rather than a peachy tone. So let's have a little look at what we've got. I don't actually own that many blushes these days. I've obviously got my MAC Well Dressed, which I actually haven't worn in a long time, but I've worn it a lot on my channel, so I've got that one. I've got my Stila Sheer Lilium, which is a cream, which isn't cool toned, but it is a nice pink. So maybe I could put this on and then Well Dressed over the top. Let's try that. So do you see what I mean? It's not particularly cool toned, but it's just a classic mid-tone pink. And then I will put a little bit of Well Dressed over the top. For highlighter, I might go in with my MAC Lightscapade because I haven't used this in eons. So I'll put a bit down my nose. This is a very cool toned look. Did I even show you what it looks like? It's a really light cream shade with, it's not very reflective. It's not like the other MAC highlighters. It's very sort of satin finish, but it's got this blue veining through it, so it gives it that sort of iridescent shimmer. For lip liner, I'm going to use this Barry M1 in the shade Toast. Which is very much just a neutral browny nude. And then for lips, it would be rude not to pull out a MAC one. Who remembers Dodgy Girl? Who's been around for that long? Let's put on a little tiny bit of Dodgy Girl. It's quite pigmented, so. Ultimate lavender, the ultimate lavender lipstick. And then I'm going to put on a little bit of Bosom Friend over the top, just to show you another shade. This is like the lightest lipstick I've ever owned. It is a cream sheen, and it's even lighter than like Flesh Pot. And then I'm going to spray with some NYX Dewy Finish. And that is the finished makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. We do a lot of makeup chats on this channel. We do a lot of project pans and using up the makeup and the beauty products that we already own. So if you like that, then do stick around, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.